The mighty hunter had not had a case for weeks, and his office rent had not been paid.
You have not paid your rent, Hunter, and I've come to throw you out of my office.
Landlord Pinchpenny, you would not dare to touch me, for I am the hunter. Well, I reckon I've really hit bottom.
And while the broken hunter trudged wearily homeward, farmers' bean crops were being spade. String beans, lima beans. And as the workers yelled for someone to capture the big bean bandit, Officer Flim Flanagan was calling on the hunter.
I'm sorry. The number you are calling has been disconnected. The hunter is out of business.
Out of business? There must be some mistake.
But no. At that very moment, the hunter was telling his nephew Horace.
I declare, son, we're down to our last dollar. Now you take it to the grocery store and buy some food, son. And be careful. That food has to last a long spell.
Well, don't worry, Unc. You can count on me. I always use cents when I buy.
But moments later, as Horace was on his way to the store...
Here you are, folks. Fox's Mobile Beanstalk Beanery. You there, Jack. How about a beanstalk? One jar of these magic beans, and you're in.
My name's Horace, and what do I want with a beanstalk?
Don't you read, Jack? This beanstalk grows up to the clouds. You hop up and grab the giant's goose that lays golden eggs, and you make a fortune.
A fortune? Well, now, how much does a jar of these magic beans cost?
$1, Jack. Thank you.
Beans. Oh, you bought beans with our last dollar, boy.
But they're magic beans, Unc. You plant them, and they grow a great big beanstalk, and...
Enough of that, son. You come on along with me. Now, you look here, you bean brain. What in the cotton bloomin' world do you mean by selling this sprout beans?
Uh-oh, the Nutty Hunter. If I don't convince him the beans are magic, he'll ruin my whole racket. Take it easy, Jack. These beans are guaranteed. You get a beanstalk or we cheerfully refund your money. Don't you want golden eggs? Riches?
Guaranteed, you say. Well, all right, son, I'll give 'em a try. But if there's no beanstalk tomorrow, you're gonna get beaned, son. Beaned!
Quickly, the hunter and Horace returned home to plant their beans. Nighttime came, and while others slept, the wily fox arrived at the hunter's house with his mobile beanstalk beanery.
Now then, a few telephone poles nailed together, a little green paint, a hole for the pole in the hole, and that's it.
And so the next morning...
Well, now, I never would. Look at that. A beanstalk for sure.
Well, Jack, are you satisfied now?
Oh, you're an honest man, son. You'll hear no more complaints from me.
Good. Well, that settles that. Now I'll just get back to business.
All right, you giant. Fee, fi, fo, fum, and all that folderol. I'm coming up to... Yeah!
Hunter, so you've done it after all. The fox and the stolen beans. Ha! Sure you'll get a big reward. Oh, how did you ever do it?
Why, it was easy, son. I just used my old bean.